Hello everyone, I am Dr. Krishna Chaitanya, Department of Information Technology. Today's topic, creating tables using HTML tags from the course Web Systems Engineering. At the end of this topic, learners will be able to create structured, readable and visually appealing tables for web development projects. We'll dive in detail about HTML table tags. Hypertext markup language provides various tags to create and format tables. What is the use of HTML tags? HTML tags are used to define the structure and content of the HTML document. The HTML tag tells the browser what data to render of an HTML document. So HTML tag is used to display data in tabular form that contains rows and columns. There can be many columns in a row. How to create the table using HTML tag? So that is possible by using table element with the help of tr, th, td elements. The table tag is used to create a table. The tr tag defines a row in a table. The td tag defines a cell in a table. The th tag is used for table headers. It makes the text bold and centered by default. So the root element will be table tag. In that we have sub elements. For creating the row, use the tr tag. For storing the data in the cell or displaying the content in the cell, we have to use td tag. So for every table, we have the headers. The header row use th tag. So the content what you're displaying in first row, it displayed in text bold and centered by default. So these are very important topics. Element about table tags. One is a table, tr, td, th. So simple. Syntax will see how to create the table. See here we have already discussed basic structure of previous video. So root element is a doc type HTML. So it tells about we are writing in HTML5. We are using the version. So the root element is HTML and HTML document contains important two sections. One is head section, another one is body section. The head section contain here title. It shows the title of the web document, web page. So at top left corner, it will show HTML tables. And we have the root element for creating the table. So this is a simple example. We are displaying the columns and rows. This is the first row, second row, third row. So how to create the first row or second row or third row? And as well as these columns. So you have to start with the table element and it contains the attribute is border is equal to 1. So it displays here the border, right? So for that you have to use the attribute is border is equal to 1. So in table tag the sub elements we have tr for creating the row, first row, second row or third row. See here how simple example. So start with the tr element. In that we have first displaying the content in the cell, then you have to use th or t. So if you use the first row, you have to use th for highlighting the content. Then use th and close the tag. Same as same second column, th, close the second column. And for creating the second row, again you have to start with tr tag and end with tr tag and store with td element, table data. th for table header. So next we have third row. We can use save the content and display in the cell and save this document with .html. It is displayed the logo with default browser. So double click on that browser, then it displays the output. So this is our result. And a simple example for displaying the student details, ID and name. So this is the heading, the first row, and we have two rows we stored by using table tags tr and td. So this one is first row and this one is second row. Second. So we execute and we'll see how to create the table using table tags. The well structure format. How to create the well structure format. Open any editor which is available, Notepad++, VS Code, or Sublime Text Editor. You can use any text editors and give the file name. Yeah, first we're giving here first table. First creation, we are creating the table, right? Table 1, table 2 dot html, and we're saving in the folder dot html. Create. So start with the root starting element, that is doc type. So we are telling the version is HTML5, and here the root element is HTML, and HTML contains two sections. One is head section, one more is body section. Body. So in head section, we can pass the meta characters. Meta char set is equal to UTF-8. So Unicode transformation format, which is used for encoding. When you are transferring the content, then you can use meta character set UTF-8. For any type of language you want to transfer, then you can use and you can display the content in the browser. For example, emojis. You want to display the emoji in the web page, then you have to use UTF-8. That will convert and display the emojis. Next we have important is title. So first web page using HTML tag, HTML table tags. Right. So that is heading, and we have body section. So we'll start with small heading H1. Simple example of HTML table tags. Just displaying the employee details, for example, and start with table tag, and we can we can also pass the parameters. We'll start without any attributes, right? Table, and here we are giving the some heading or title for this table, that is caption, employee details. That is a title will display for table, and next we have the sub elements of for each row. Use the tr in that first row heading, then you have to use th, right? So employee ID, and next column heading is employee name. Next column is we are giving age. Right? 3 columns we are storing here, and save this file. Right. Open the folder and go to the examples. We have example table. So default is the age is there. It will open in age. First table. See here, it's showing the table. But why not getting the output? What is the reason? See here, this is a table, but it's not showing the border. So for this, what you have to do? You have to add these. Open the VS Code. VS Code, and give here in table tag one of the attribute is border. Border is equal to 1. Now save the file. Sorry. Yes, we got it. Right. So this is the heading or caption of this table, and this is we use the tag is h1 tag, and this one is caption for this table, and first row is heading of this employee table. Employee. So employee ID, employee name, age, attributes is displayed at first row. Yeah. After first storing the data, we have to use one more tr tag and td. So here we have to replace with each column td. For second row onwards, we are storing the actual content, so we have to use td. Right. So employee ID. For example, employee ID 101. Sorry. Employee ID Bob. Age is 44. So first record is stored. Save this file and again go and refresh in the browser. It displays the first row. So employee is 101, employee name is Bob, age is 44. So like this we can create the tables. Simple table, structured table. Right. So something wrong is there here. Yeah. So each row we have to end here. And if you want to insert one more record, again go to here and change the values. Just copy and paste it. Right, Shiva 44 and age is 40. Save the file and do refresh. Right. So like this, we can store any number of employee details which are structured data. Right, structured data. So if you want to bold this caption, then we can use basic tag, b tag. So already we discussed in previous lectures. Yeah, b tag. Right. Save the file. Right. Do the refresh. So we can highlight it. Right. Employee details. So in HTML5, they included new elements. They are head, body, and foot of a table of T-head tag group header content in a table. T-body tag groups the main content of a table. T-foot tag is used for footer content in a table. So we can, by using these elements, we can divide into subsections of your table. So head section, body section, and footer section. In head section, whatever we have we can group which are content as titles or headings, the type of data, part of data, or divide into section, head section. So actual content is displayed in between T body, that is table body. So in footer, if you want to display any summary or totals, any feedback, if you want to use, then we can write in T4. So already we discussed the caption tag provides a title for the table. Caption tag will serve as title or explanation of a table, and it shows up at the top of the table. So very important, in HTML5 they included the new elements for table tag T-head, T-body, and T-foot. So we'll see simple example how we can use for existing. So this is a previously discussed employee table. Here we are dividing three sections. One is a head section by using T-head. Right. Close here this TR element, T-head. And actual data will start with T-body section. So we can, after dividing, we can add some CSS properties or we can apply some properties there which we are divided into sections in future. Right. So T-head, T-body, actual content we are storing here, T-body, and T-foot, we can give here T-foot element. Here we are displaying the TD, TR, and TD is TD, total sales, total TOTL, total sales, total employees, employees, total employees. So we can write here one more TD. There are 3 employees are there, right? So we can save this file, right? So a summary at we can write totals or any analysis. There I can write to T footer, right? Like this we can display. Right. So to display the content correctly, we can write use here call span. We'll discuss in detail. Call span is equal to 2. Right. Save the file and do refresh. Right. So good look. Right. Right. So that about T head, T body, and T foot elements and caption element. So this simple example, we can see T head, how to use T head, T body, and T foot. So totals, any summary is there, the totals we can display in footer by using T foot element, as well as what use of caption. So it gives the some detailed information or title about this table. Right. So next one is very important. New element is call group and call. It will give the styling for your columns, column wise. So here we giving the we grouped call group. So here we have 2 columns. This is first column and this one is second column. For each column we can give separate styling. See here total we have 2 columns. In each row if you see we have 2 columns. Right. So first column is name and second column is the age. So here for first column we giving the style, background color is light gray, and second column we giving the background color is light blue. So this is the styles we are assigning, CSS styles. We can give for each column separate styles, right? So all the columns we are grouped by using the element call group. Okay, so you'll see simple example here, right? Observe here. We start here caption, right? So here we can start call group, right? So call group, call style is equal to background color is light gray for first column. For second column, right? So total we have 3 columns are there, right? So Control C, just paste it. Control V. So 3 colors we're going to give. Okay, light gray, right? So here we're changing light blue, right? Here we're giving some other color like GHT, light green. Okay, for example, right? Just save the file and close this column group. So 3 columns are there in this employee table: employee ID, employee name, and age. For each column, we given separate colors. Just do refresh, right? So first column, second column, and third column. So each column we given separate color. Okay. So like this, we can assign different colors or different properties for each column using call group, and the sub element is call. Like each call is represents to particular column, right? So that's about call group and call. It gives the styles for columns. Next, very important, we have different attributes in table elements. One is call span and row span. If you want to merge columns or rows, then you have to use call span or row span. What is use of call span? Call span attribute merges 2 or more columns into a single column. Row span merges 2 or more rows. So if you design the timetable. So here we have the right periods 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 periods. So the fourth period is lunch break. So and we have day wise and okay, Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like that started. So we have different classes. We can do it. So each class is separate, right? Then we can merge it by using row span and call span. For example, we have lab is 3 hours. So we have to merge this one. So use the right row span and call span. Here we can use here row span. For this we want to merge these two, right? Right. So this one we have to merge second and third class, right? Column span. If I want to merge these two rows, two rows, then here you can use row span, call span and row span. So we want to merge these two rows, right? So then you have to use row span. If you want to merge these two columns, then you have to use call span, call span. Okay. So that about the row span and call span, we'll see with a simple example, right? So observe here, same example previous what we discussed. We have 3 columns. This one is heading and this is data, right? So here we have to merge these two rows, right? Actually division is there, but here we merge these 2 rows by using a row span. Row span is equal to 2. So if we want to merge 3 rows, then you have to specify row span is equal to 3. This see here, we have 3 columns are there, 1, 2, 3, 3 columns. If you want to merge the 3 columns, then you have to use call span is equal to 3. So it will merge the 3 columns and convert into single cell, right? So that about row span and call span. So we'll see simple example for existing table. See here already we have employee ID, employee name, age, and we applied here call span is equal to 2. That is it is merge the 2 columns, right, which are in employee ID, employee name. It will merge and displays the total employees is value. In third column it displays the value is 3. So this one is call span. If you want to merge the rows, then have to use row span. Suppose for 101 and 102, the Bob is employee, for example, right? So we'll try it, right? Yeah, TD row span is equal to 2, right? Just save the file and do the refresh, right? 101, 102. Employee name is Bob. These 2 rows are merged here, and these are columns merging. This one is column merging. This one is row merging. So that about row span and call span attributes. Next we have attributes cell padding and cell spacing, which will be used to adjust the white space in table cells. You have to adjust between the cells or cell to cell or content to cell. If you want to give the spaces, white spaces, then you have to use cell padding and cell spacing. So what is the cell spacing attribute? Defines the space between table cells. Defines the space between cell to cell. And while cell padding represents the distance between cell borders and content within a cell. So which we have the content here, cell to cell. So it will distance. Suppose I given the A, how much distance must be between A to border. So then we have to use cell padding. Next, you want to give the space between cell to cell. From this cell to this cell, some space we need. Then we have to use cell space. So where we have to write these attributes in table element, what is equal to value, cell padding is equal to value, and cell spacing is equal to value. So how much space we need? In pixels, you have to specify 2 pixels or 3 pixels. How much space we need for each cell to cell or between content to border of the cell, right? So this is simple example. Table cell padding is equal to 5, cell spacing is equal to 5. So that about cell padding and cell spacing. We'll see simple example for cell padding and cell spacing. So this is our output. Already we discussed. For this, we'll do small modification. Right, we are adding here in table tag. Table tag. So one of the attribute we have border is equal to 1, and we are giving cell padding. Cell padding is equal to 5, and from content to border cell. Okay, padding is 5, and cell spacing. So from one cell to another cell is 5 pixels. 5 pixels. Right. Just save the file and do refresh. Right. See here, from cell to cell, how much space is taking? 5 pixels, and from content to border, how much space? Right. So if you increase, just observe for example. Yeah. Right. Just save the file. Yeah. Save the file and do refresh. Yeah. See here how much space is contained? 15. From cell to cell, you taken the cell padding space, 15 pixels from content to border, right? 15 space. So we need less space from, right? Then we can save the file and do refresh. So like this, we can use attributes, cell padding and cell spacing. Cell spacing, right? Next attributes, very important for table elements. That is a set table background using one of the following two ways. One is BG color. We can add the background color for your table. So sets background color for whole table or just one cell. So we can set background color for particular cell, or we can entire table for all these cells. We can give the background color. So by using BG color attribute. And one more attribute is background attribute. So sets background image for whole table or just one cell. We can assign the background image for cell also. Otherwise, entire table for all cells. And one more attribute is border is equal to 1. So we can specify the what is the border we need. We need double line, or what is the for each table border we need, that size we can specify that, right? So next attribute is border color. Border color is equal to color. So we can assign the color for border also. Border also, right? So this is a simple example. Table border is equal to 1, border color is equal to green, background color is yellow. So if you are designing the table, you can change the background color and the border color as well as border of the what is the size you can specify. If you want to add the image for this background for your table, then you can use background, that path we have to specify about the image path. You have to specify the path, right? So see the simple example how to use this HTML table attributes. Yeah, we'll take this example and we assign here, right, BG color, background color is equal to blue, for example. What is the table name we saved here? Or example table.html. We open that file, right? Example table.html. See here, the entire table changes the background color is blue. Background color. If you want to change the background or particular cell, then we can use here BG color is equal to yellow, for example, right? Save the file and do refresh. Right? For each cell, we can change the color. So by using BG color. So what was the attribute border is equal to 1. Already we discussed. So you can give the border for each cell as well as see here. You'll see the example border is equal to here 1 is there. You can change the 3. Just save the file. Right? Do the refresh. So border. So with this change border. We want to change the border color. Then we can use border color, right? Border color. See here, one more attribute is there, border color. BORDER, border color, border hyphen COLOR, border color is equal to, sorry, border color is equal to some, right, white. For example, given white. Save the file and do the refresh. Right. White color. You get the white color. Suppose I want to get some other color, others say different colors, you can assign it. Control C, and wherever you need, you can paste here. Right. Giving here the background color is some red color. Just save the file and do refresh. Right. So like this, we can add the background color for each cell or entire table. As well as one more important is we can add the image also using background image. See here, simply you can add here background 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 is equal to, for example, you want to display IARE.ac.in. There is an image that have to exist in your folder. This is my image IARE1.png file, right? So simply give here IARE1.png. That path you have to specify. So it is in different folder. You have to copy the path and have to paste here. Then do refresh. Right. So it will adding the background color for your image. The image is added for your table. So you can also one more two attributes are there. One is the width and height. You can specify the width of your table and height of the table. Right. See here, width is equal to 400. Width attribute, and one more attribute is height. That is 150 and specify. Just save the file. Do refresh. So some image is big size, that's why you're not getting. Yeah. So based on image that you have to adjust, right? Suppose you want to see that in detail, right? 1400 and height is 1500. Save the file and do refresh. Right. So all the images, whatever you have the table, all the images are displayed. Right. Right. That is background image, for example. Right. So you can add the background image also. Right. So table you can assign. Right. So width and height of the table you can specify. One more attribute, width and height. Right. Just refresh. Right. Width and height of your table. You can specify it. Okay. So that is the next attributes in HTML. Set a table width and height using width and height attributes. Specify table width or height in terms of pixels or in terms of percentage of available screen area. So simply you can use in root element, that is table attribute element, border is equal to 1, width is equal to 400 and 150. Height is 150 pixels. Right. So that's about HTML elements which supports in HTML as well as HTML5, and I also discussed different attributes. So by using all of them, we can design the tables in your web page. Right. So by using the appropriate table tags effectively, we can create well-structured, reusable, and visually appealing tables for presenting data on web pages. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.